Hey folks, and welcome into the show today. I am more than super excited. You guys that are following me on my journey here at booklaunchsuccessformula.com are already, well, hopefully, you're starting to see some of the results that I'm getting already. Let me just bring you up to speed. I'm going now into my second week of launching this whole thing with booklaunchsuccessformula.com. Let me tell you what happened this week already. On Monday, this is what I decided to do. I decided to release what we're going to call a seed book, what we're going to call a book that attracts people into what it is that you're doing. And this is an important thing that every author, no matter what the genre is, needs to get an intimate understanding of. The seed book is basically a book that's for free. And you can put it up on Amazon, and you can have it for Amazon Kindle Select, or you can distribute it worldwide. But what I did was this. I created a little short book, and all it is about 14 pages. And it starts going into the strategy of everything that you're going to learn here at booklaunchsuccessformula.com. So I released this book, and it's like I said, it's about 14 pages. I released the book on Monday. It is Thursday as I'm recording this. Or actually, I think I released it on Tuesday. But at any rate, as we speak right now, it is number 2 in the business marketing section for the Kindle books. It has very high rankings for the genre that I picked. And today, Thursday, which is October 13th, it is free. Today until Monday, you can actually get the book for free. I set it up for 99 cents, and then I'll also be giving it away at the website for all those that sign up at the website at booklaunchsuccessformula.com. So you can get it either way. You can go now, between today and Monday, get the book for free, or you can wait till after, get it for 99 cents. It's all up to you. Or the third option, you can go sign up at the website, booklaunchsuccessformula.com, and I will send you a PDF copy of the book that I produced for free. This book is already building traction. It's sending great traffic to my website. It is sending me great leads and signups on the website, especially now since it's being given away. And that's one of the strategies actually that I'm going to be talking about a little bit later down the road of how you really start generating this following. Because as you know, I say all the time, if you have no audience, you have no sales. And it's just a fact of that. There are several different ways, obviously, that you can go about generating the traffic it is that you need, whether it be using the strategies that I'm going to be showing you on Amazon, on Kindle, if it's using Facebook ads, if it's using Twitter ads, but I'm going to save some of the best stuff for last. But the things that I want you to focus on this week are some of the things that I've really been focusing in on this week. First of all, you want to make sure that you have an author page on Amazon. You want to definitely make sure that you have an author page. If you have not set up a giveaway book, and you need to do this, you need to set up a giveaway book that generates traffic to your website. I don't care if you write romance. I don't care if you write sci-fi, adventure. If you're a nonfiction author, you're a coach, you're a teacher, you're a marketing coach, whatever it is, you've got to have something on Amazon, one that sets you up as an authority. Because this is the whole purpose of writing these books, of everything that it is that you're doing. The great thing about all of this is that you can really make an outstanding living as an author. I hear so much from so many different struggling authors that are out there, and they're trying to crack the code. They're trying to figure out what it is that they need to do to actually get from where they are to where they want to be. So let's start here. Hopefully, you've listened to my previous podcasts, my previous shows that I've done. Hopefully, you got the book that I put out, and there's going to be a link in the show notes here as well, so you can go and get that book. And like I said, you can get it on Amazon. It's only on Kindle at this point. I may come out with a physical paperback book, not sure at this point. but we'll see how that goes. But you can get it on Amazon or just sign up at the website, booklaunchsuccessformula.com, and I'm going to send you a PDF file of that book. And what I'm doing is I'm making a series. One of the things that I found out is that you want to have about 15 to 20 books to really start getting some traction. Now, some people may be sitting back, 15 to 20 books. How am I going to produce 15 to 20 books? This is just crazy. Well, here's my tip. One of my tips. And this is only going to work for someone that is in the non-fiction niches, that is a coach, business owner, whatever, that's doing a how-to type of book. One of the things that I'm going to employ, is that the right word? Employ. One of the things that I'm going to employ is transcribing some of the things that I talk about and creating those things into books. That's such an easy, it's a no-brainer. You can do that all day long. A lot of people do that for blog posts, and you can do it for blog posts, but I'm suggesting to, especially you authors out there that are in the business realm, the business genre, to start using this to create some of your books. One, your book will always be in your tone. And it's sometimes as a writer, especially in it may be more difficult to write naturally than it is to talk. Some people have a better time just speaking than they do sitting down at the keyboard and typing out. So to get to the 15 or 20 books that you're going to need, I just told you a little secret for the business realm. Now for you fiction folks, you romance novelists and things of that nature, what you can do is not write a whole book. What you may want to do is write some character descriptions, write about the plot, write about backstories for the characters and the scenes that they're going to be in. There's so many different things you can do to develop a quick, 10 to 20 page book, put it out there for free so that it generates interest in what it is that you're doing. Because this is the whole key thing. You want to generate interest in what you're doing to lead people back to your website, to get them on your mailing list, so that at some point in time when you release that book that's for sale, you've generated this list that is ready to buy from you because they've already raised their hand and said, yeah, I'm interested in what you're doing. So now, after I published my first seed book this week, and I'm going to be doing a book a week from this point on. So next week, I'm going to be releasing another book. The week after, I'll be releasing another book. And this is just going to continue on until I get to the point where I'm ready to release my main book called booklaunchsuccessformula.com. Now, let me back up here a minute. One of the things that I said you needed to make sure that you do is you've got to develop your author page. It's so crazy. I see so many authors that are out here. They've got some good books out there, but there's no author page. There's no description page. And the thing about that author page is that there's so much that you can do with it. It helps in your ranking. It helps in your search optimization when people are looking for this or looking for that, because you can write a complete bio. And get this, if you blog, you can link your blog right in your author profile. You should check mine out. I think I'm going to link that in the show notes as well. There's only one book there, but continue to follow it. And there's going to be more and more books that are coming each and every week that I'm going to send through this same process that I did with the first book to start generating traffic and leads and getting people to sign up on my mailing list. Now, with that being said, you can also hold discussions that are there, basically like a mini blog. So when you start developing your following, you can communicate right there on your author page. Something you definitely want to check out if you have not done that already. You want to make it also because it links up your books. All of your books are right there. And as I said, it can link to your blog and things of that nature. And you can start some great discussions around what it is that you're going to be writing about. Maybe even allow some of your people that start or what's the word I'm looking for? Engage you in conversation right there on your author page. Ask maybe for some input on maybe a scene or a character. Don't let people start writing your book for you. But what you can do is definitely have some engaging conversation with who are and will become loyal fans of yours. So you want to keep that in mind. Share your author's page all on social media. Share it all over the place so that people start seeing you. When I say share, and this goes back to, I think, one of the first episodes that I did for the podcast, booklaunchsuccessformula.com. You don't always want to be posting, come buy my stuff, come sign up for this, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You want to be giving away. And this is important, and it doesn't matter whether you're doing fiction or nonfiction. You want to be giving away your best stuff. And now, some people that are in business, they shy away at this. Well, if I give away all my best stuff, who's going to buy my actual book? Let me just give you this hint. If you've never heard it before, if you've been in business for any length of time, especially if you've done any sort of coaching, you already know that even people that pay for your course, that pay for your book or whatever, 90% of them don't do anything. They don't do any of the work. The same holds true for the free stuff that you give away. You want to give away your best stuff. The thing is, in most cases, people are lazy. They don't want to do the work. They'd rather have someone else do it for them. So you give away your best stuff, and here's the reason why. So that you're seen as the authority. You're seen as the person that knows exactly what it is that they're talking about. Now, when you're giving away your best stuff, believe me, it's going to be to many people intimidating. It's going to be overwhelming because there's a lot of work to do. So many times today I run across people that don't want to put in the work, and the work is what's needed. So when you give away your best stuff, and it's going to translate into trust, it's going to translate into sales, it's going to translate into more people signing up for your newsletter or your email list or whatever it is that you've got going on. So when you're writing these books, here's the thing. When you are writing these books, and in particular what I'm talking about are I'm calling them your seed books. These are the things that are going to bring your raving fans right to you and build that list for you. What you want to do is make sure that you're constantly pumping out content. And it doesn't matter whether you're fiction or nonfiction. The key to this whole thing is content. The key to this whole thing, along with the content, is social media engagement. And I've talked about this a little bit before, but I still think people don't quite understand what's involved with social media engagement. So many times, and all of us can be better at this. I've gotten a whole lot better at it with social media. Engagement, I'm not talking about the engagement you get from your potential buyers. I'm talking about the engagement you give to your potential buyers. So many times you're sitting on Twitter, you're sitting on Instagram, you're sitting on Facebook, and you're refreshing to see who liked it, right? You're refreshing to see who made a comment, right? Well, how much are you liking on other people's stuff? In your target area, in your target market? How many comments are you putting out there? How many likes and follows and, retweets? And that's important. Retweets are huge on Twitter. Doing a retweet for someone, it's like the best thing in the world on Twitter that you can do is retweet. Now, doing these things shows your engagement, but what it also does, that I think a lot of people don't realize, is that it helps rank you higher on that platform. Because the platform, whether it be Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, they see you engaging. And they also see other people engaging with you. And so with that, it helps your positioning. It helps the amount of times your things show up in other people's feeds, because your content becomes quote unquote relevant. Your content becomes the thing that people are actually looking for and searching for. So if there's nothing else that you get out of this episode or chapter of what I'm talking about here for booklaunchsuccessformula.com, you want to make sure from this point on that at least as much time as you spend looking to see how many people are engaging with you, you need to be serious about getting more deeply involved in engaging with others. This is going to be an important aspect. You don't want to be seen as someone that's out there just taking. You want to be seen as the person that's giving. That's why I started talking about giving away your best content. You want to be seen as someone that, cares. You want to be seen as someone that is interested in others